Welcome to LaTricia Creates. I am LaTricia. In today's video, I want to test out some different rhinestone flock. You've probably seen the blue magic flock or the pink rocket flock. Well, I got this white rhinestone flock during the time there was a rhinestone flock shortage, and I thought I'd test it out today using my Siser Romeo. Let's take a look at the materials for this project. For this project, I'm going to use some hot fix rhinestones, some rhinestone flock. As you can see, this is long rhinestone flock. It is 19 inches long, which is why I got out my Siser Romeo to cut it. I'm also going to use some hot fix transfer tape, a rhinestone brush, a rhinestone picker tool, this metal scraper to pick up any excess rhinestones, a pair of scissors. I have a t-shirt there. We need a heat source and a design. You ready? Let's make it. We're going to head over to Leonardo Design Studio to upload our design. I'm on the design page in the pro version of the software. I'm going to go over here to the top right, click on artboard. I'm going to change the size of my artboard to match the size of the flock template, which is 19 by 36. Now I have the artboard the way I want it. I'm going to go up to the top left, click on File, Import. I'm going to grab my design, click Open. From here, I'm going to go to Cut Only. Yes, I'm doing another Steeler rhinestone design. Me and my husband love the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's what I'm doing. Football season has started and I want to represent the team. Here, you see where it has multiple layers. I have a bunch of different colors, but I don't need all those colors for the rhinestone flock. So I'm going to bring it down to one color. So I'm going to take the slider, bring it down to one. Now I have one color. I'm going to press Apply. From here, I'm going to right click and ungroup the design. I'm going to move the multiple layers down to the bottom. The Romeo cuts bottom up, so I need to move these down to the bottom. It's cuts from the left, so I'm going to move down to the bottom left. I'm going to take these two pieces here. I'm going to shift and grab both pieces. Then I'm going to right click, group them. Now I'm going to move this one down. I'm going to move this piece. Oops, I don't want to move that one. I want to move all of those together. I'm trying to get this outer ring. I'm going to move that over here. I'm going to grab these three. I'm going to group them and move them down. I left a little space so I can do a test cut. I think I'm ready. Now I'm going to go to the top right, click on Send Designed. I want to leave this at all artwork that fits on the page. I want to click here to use current mat page location and click Send. From here, I am using the material roll, the standard blade. I want to keep this as using the cutter settings. I'm going to add a box for auto weed, so I'm going to click on this for auto weed box. Now it's ready to go. Before I send it to the cutter, I want to go do the test cuts to make sure everything cuts out the way it's supposed to. Then I will send it to the cutter. I'm ready to load my material into the machine, but before I do, I wanted to show you the material. It has backing kind of like HTV. It doesn't have the backing that the rocket flock has. So what I'm going to do when I do my test cut, I'm going to do my test cut using strip flock. Now I want to lower this lever. That raises these pinch rollers up. I'm going to load this from behind. There is a roll holder back here that you can't see. to hold the material onto. I'm not sure if you can clearly see this line or not, but there's a line right here, and that's where I'm going to bring the material up to. There's also a guide over here. I want to make sure that it's in alignment with this guide. So I'm going to put it on the guide and align it on this line. I'm going to move this pinch roller over here to hold the material. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to raise the lever back up. Now I'm ready to do the test cut. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to cut settings. I'm going to click here. It says easy weed. I'm going to go to other. Click here where it says strip flock. Click load. Now I'm going to press this little t-shirt button. Well, I'm going to move it over a little. Press the t-shirt button. The test cut is all done. Now I'm going to grab my weeding tool to see how it cut out. Looks like the strip flock setting cut it just right. I'm going to go back and send the design to the cutter. The Romeo is all done cutting. Now I'm going to unload it. It's really hard to see, but we're going to find out whether or not it cut all the way through. One of the things that I don't like about this is that it flattens parts of the flock, and also because the flock is white, the rollers made it pretty dirty. But we'll see if it cut out at the craft table. Let's see if these dots cut out. If you remember, I cut out a weeding box, so I'm going to peel the weeding box up and see what we got here. So far, so good. Look at that. All of the dots are cut out so far. This is exciting. I don't want to pull it too hard because I do not want to tear this design. This is exciting. Oh my goodness. If you have seen any of my rhinestone videos, you know that I always have issues with my flock dots not staying where they're supposed to stay. So this is exciting. Look at that! Not a single flock dot left on the... Oh, Lord! Jesus! I was just getting so excited about not having a single flock dot left on the template. The template stuck to itself and tore. It's very sticky. This flock is very sticky. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I did that. You know what? I don't think I'm going to be able to salvage it. I keep tearing it. Okay, I'm going back to the drawing board. I am going to recut the design offline and I will be back. I recut the flock. I'm going to try this one more time. Okay, I know that was kind of scary, right? I was like, oh my goodness, please no, please no. But it worked out great. Look at this. Now look at this. Not a flock dot left behind. This is so exciting. So far, this rhinestone flock seems like it's a go. Now I'm going to cut these pieces. Then I'll be ready to brush in the rhinestones. With the big one here, I'm going to use jet black in SS10. The rhinestones are falling in nicely. I think this flock is a go. That looks good. Now I'm going to clean up these excess rhinestones. Move on to the next part of the template. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and pick this up with the transfer tape. Then I'll go to the next pieces because as you see, I keep making a mess over here. No stone was left behind. That looks great. Now we have our last piece. For this piece, it is 3 different colors. I didn't want to cut these out separately because I didn't want to have all these tiny little pieces. I'm going to do my best to, actually, you know what I'm going to do? To keep from having too many issues, I'm just going to hand place the pieces. It's not that many. For this one, I'm going to use Topaz. I'm going to use light Siam for this one, and I'm going to use Sapphire for this one. I want to know, if you're a Steelers fan, what color stones would you use for the Steelers logo? I'm going to grab one of those little rhinestone trays. I'll be right back. These trays help keep the rhinestones flipped right side up. If you don't have the patience for doing something like this, another option would be to get some painter's tape and cover the holes that you don't want to fill up. And the last color, neon white. Oh, no, these are SS10s. Neon white. I should be able to brush these in. Oh my goodness. I am just messing up. Why did I do neon white? This is supposed to be blue. Time to put on the last piece of transfer tape. And we are done with this portion. Now it's time to get ready to put the rhinestones on the shirt and see how it comes out. And once again, no stones left behind. I will meet you at the heat press. We've already measured for placement and laid down our first layer. We're going to apply the SS6 stones first due to the height difference. We're also going to press each layer separately. Eve from The Baby's Booty said it's okay to do multiple presses of her rhinestones, so we're pressing each individual layer for 12 seconds at 350 degrees. We're all done. I'll meet you at the craft table for a closer look. Here's a closer look at the final project. I think this shirt came out great. It looks nice to me, so I'm really satisfied with it. But this video is not so much about the shirt as it is about the rhinestone flock. I was testing out this white rhinestone flock. I think the flock cut out beautifully. There was not a single flock dot left behind on the template, so that was so satisfying to me. I would definitely buy this flock again. I like that it is 19 inches wide and it is 36 inches long. So it's a nice size, especially when you have multi-layer templates. So you can cut out the different little pieces and not use so much flock. So I do like that about the flock. As far as the shirt goes, or as far as this whole thing goes, you know how people have bad hair days? Well, I had a bad craft day, and I had one incident after another, so I decided that I needed to step away from it, come back the next day, and finish it up. So that's what I did. Even though I had all these issues, I hope you got something out of this video, and I hope you are able to try out this template material. If you got anything out of this video, please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep creating.